If you need to find a logo from a popular brand, they might not have it within the elements on Canva, but there is an app called Brand Fetch that can help you do this. So if you go to the Apps tab and then search for Brand Fetch, click on that app and then open it. And now within this app, you can search for popular brands. And this will bring up the official logos, colors, or images associated with this brand that they have to offer. And it will save all the ones that you've recently used here. And it will also add those to your uploads. So that's just another pro tip for using Canva. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to resize a project even if you don't have a pro membership. This project is a square that's 1080 by 1080 pixels, but say we need it to be 1500 pixels by 1500. What we can do is go up to the top menu, click Create Design. We can choose that custom size, 1500 by 1500, create that new design. And the easiest way to do this is to go to our projects, make sure you have all projects on. You might not see all of your projects if not, and then find the project you're working on and then the page you're working on and tap that page, and it will actually apply that to this new size. Now, if I had opened up a project in a different aspect, like a wider or taller design, we'd have to move these elements around. But if it's the same aspect, then it's as simple as just tapping on that design. Another thing you can do, let's go ahead and open up a new design. We'll do it in that 1920 by 1080 aspect. You can copy and paste elements from one project to another. So if I go to this project and have it open, I can actually copy this and then go to my new design and paste it. However, what's not pasted is the background. So if I go to the background, I would have to find that color. Now again, we can do that by clicking on the background, going to that color, copying this. If it was part of our brand kit, it would make it a lot easier. And now changing the background on this document. But now what we'll have to do is select all of our elements and resize them. And if we do it by selecting all of the elements at one time, it will adjust everything together and the sizing will match what is in the original project. And you could always open that project over here for reference. But because it's a different aspect, we would likely need to move some things around. And so this aspect gives us a little bit more wiggle room to move some of these elements around to make more sense for that wide screen, etc. I would have to play around with this, but that's how you can copy from one project to another, which is very helpful too. If you want to quickly copy a style from one element to another, there's this little rolling paintbrush icon that says copy style. So for example, in this slideshow that I was creating for this presentation on marketing and AI, if I want to copy the style, which includes things like the font choice, the color of this text, and paste it to this text, once I clicked to copy it, I have this paintbrush tool and I can go over whatever element that I want to copy it to and simply paste it. Let me show you that one more time on this design. So let's pick this neon sort of glow text, which includes the font as well as the effects. We're going to copy that style and we're going to go down to, let's go down to this text here. So it does copy that size. So we would have to update the size to something that fits better, but it has quickly applied the color, the font choice, the style, and the effects. In another quick example, we can take this style of the background, go here and paste it. So you can do that with all sorts of elements and aspects of an element to quickly copy a style from one to the other. If you're having trouble coming up with a great background image or texture, which there are many in here, the AI image generator does a great job at this. So again, under elements, AI image generator, we can create those sort of abstract backdrops. Typically, I like to use terms like textures, patterns, abstract, and then some other descriptor like tech or natural or artistic to create some background options. Light blue gradient texture with tech vibe. We can change the style right here, but I'm just going to let it generate an image for us. So these are all pretty cool. And something like this in the background, it has a very subtle sort of tech look. Looks pretty good. For this one, I might go ahead and add a shadow to my image, which I think would look pretty good. So let's maybe drop the intensity a little bit, and maybe the distance just a little bit, but that's pretty good. Now let's do that same prompt with a specific style. So let's go ahead and do 3D, generate again. And now we're getting some really cool ones. So this is totally different. It's got like these blocks. However, we could probably give it a different prompt, say if we want round, circular, something like that, blobby, something like that. And this would probably look better if it was a little bit transparent, something like that. Let's remove that background image right there. And maybe change the color of the background to something like a light blue, and it'll blend in pretty well. And that's pretty good. Let's try something completely different, one more. So I've changed to minimalist style and gray grunge texture abstract. And here's a few more options that I think look really cool. It looks like kind of like a grungy painted wall. Exactly what I was looking for. And if it wasn't, I could reprompt it again with more information, maybe try a different style like filmic, and that comes up with some really cool ones too. So play around with the AI image generator if you are looking for things like textures and backgrounds. It's really good at doing that now. All right, see you in another lesson. If you've ever wanted to bold a font, but it's not an option for this specific font, you can do so with an effect. So if we go to Effect, and then we add Outline, and then we change that outline color to the same color as our text, we can now adjust the thickness of that outline, and it creates that bold font. Now, if there is a bold option for the font, you'll want to use that bolding rather than this style edition, because sometimes the shape and style of the bold font isn't exactly just adding a thick outline to the font. However, this can get you a bold font in a pinch. If you want to export something and save it with a transparent background, go to Share, and you'll want to download it as a PNG. JPEGs do not have transparent backgrounds. I'm going to select just my current page and transparent background, and then click download, and this will export it in with that transparency. This is great for logos and other designs where you don't want to have that white background. That is just a very quick tip, but here you can see that that has exported as a transparent image graphic. It can also be great for utilizing these elements within another project, like a video project or something like that. Very, very cool. All right, see you in another lesson.
Okay, so now let's create a sticker by using elements in Canva. So for this, I want to create a cute pig sticker. So let's go over to Elements, and let's now type in pig. Under Graphics, let's select See All. A lot of these are suitable, but I'm going to choose this one here. Let's now resize this to make it larger. Now let's add a circle to go behind this pig graphic. So in the Elements search, I'm going to type in circle green. And let's choose this one here. Okay, let's now right click on the circle graphic and then go to Layer and then go to Send to Back, as we want to have this behind the pig graphic. Okay, let's just resize this, and now I'm going to add another element. This time let's find a smile graphic. So let's type in smile, and here we actually have this text that says smile with a smiley face. I think this works well with the design, so let's choose this. Let's now resize this. However, let's change the color for this. With this design, we can choose 5 different colors. So let's now change some of these. So we do have the photo colors here, but I'm not going to choose any of these green colors or it will get lost in this green circle behind. And of course, we need to change the screen color up here, as we really can't see the letter E. So let's change it to another color, which you can see a lot clearer. This one here is fine. Okay, so that's how you can create a sticker inside Canva using just the Canva elements. As you can see, you can still make great designs just inside Canva. So I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you in the next one.
3 keyboard shortcuts you'll want to know about are T to add a text box, R to add a rectangle or a square, and L to add a line. And you'll notice with lines, we haven't really covered this before, but we have the start and end points of a line, so you can make custom arrows and different things like that. Let's go to the end of the line and let's make it something like that, or maybe like that. And now let's curve this line, something like that. Actually, I want it curved like this, not elbowed. And now we have a custom arrow. Pretty cool. But remember those keyboard shortcuts. What were they again? For text, easy, T. For rectangle, R. And for line, L. See you in another lesson.
Okay, so now let's have a look at the Magic Edit tool, which allows you to modify images. So here I have a photograph of a person that I found under the elements. And let's now click on this image and then go to Edit Image. And now you can see here in the Magic Studio section, we have Magic Edit. So let's click on this. So we have these areas here. We have brush or click. If we select brush, then we can click and drag over an area. Let's just click clear for now though. And if we select click, then we can click over the area that we'd like to select. Let's just click clear again though. For this, I want to change the hair. So let's select brush. And I'm going to click and drag over the hair. Like so. Now we can describe our edit. For this, I'm going to type in clown hair. And now let's press generate. It may take a moment or two to load. Also, as AI improves, this may be faster to load, and you may get better images than what we see here. However, we can click through all of these to see the different ones. I think this one's the best one though, so let's press done. Now let's click Magic Edit again, and this time let's give them a beard. So let's put the brush size a lot smaller, and let's click and drag over the beard area. Now I'm going to type in beard. Again, this may take a few moments to load. Let's have a look at these different ones now. Some of these are quite realistic, but I think the first or the second one are most suitable. However, we can click on generate again, and this will give us some more. Again, let's have a look at these, and again, I think the first one's the best one. Okay, let's press done. And now I'm actually going to change their shirt. So let's click on Magic Edit again, and this time let's make the brush size a lot larger, and let's click and drag over the shirt area. Now I'm going to type in red shirt and hit generate. Okay, let's have a look at some of these. That one is a bit strange, so I'm not going to choose that. This one here looks quite good though, so let's choose this. You can see that the shoulders aren't too realistic, so this AI technology isn't perfect, but hopefully in the future it will improve. So let's actually click on Add Page, and let's go back to Recently Used, and then add the image we had before, and then we can see the difference between the two. So you can see here we can easily modify images with this Magic Edit tool. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So I'm going to add another image here. So now I found an image of a cat looking at a mouse. And I want to change this computer mouse into a mouse, so an actual animal. So again, let's click on the image and then go to Edit Image and then go to Magic Edit. For this example, let's select Brush and then click and drag over this mouse to cover the area. Okay, now let's type in mouse and then hit generate. Okay, let's have a look at some of these. Some of them aren't quite right. Here again we have a computer mouse. And this one here looks quite good, so let's use this. Again, if we add a new page and then add the recently used photo, we can see the difference between the two. Okay, so that's how you can use the Magic Edit tool to modify images. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Magic Eraser tool. So here we have this image of this cat looking at this computer mouse. For this image though, I want to remove this computer mouse. So let's have a look at this now. So let's select this image and then go to Edit Image. And now let's go to Magic Eraser. So we can select Brush and click and drag over the area we want to erase, or we can select Click and then just click what we want to erase. So for this, let's select Click. So we've selected the mouse and the cable here. Now let's click on Erase. Just be aware you may have to do this a few times to remove it. Also, depending on the image, it may or may not look appropriate. So you can see here we've removed the mouse, but we still have this shadow and this black down here. So let's now click on Brush and let's manually drag over this. Okay, now let's click Erase again. It's not perfect, so let's click and drag over this again, and then hopefully it should be fine. Okay, there you go. That's pretty good. And that's how you can use the Magic Eraser tool in Canva. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Magic Grab tool. So let's click on the image of this cat looking at this mouse, and then go to Edit Image, and then go to Magic Grab. So Magic Grab allows you to select elements in your design so you can move them around. So let's select Click, and then select this cat, and then press Grab. Okay, so as you can see here, we can move this cat around. So let's move this over to the right, and now let's actually duplicate this image. So let's right click on this, and then go to Duplicate. And now we have this here as well. For this example, let's flip the image, let's flip this horizontally, and let's move this into the right position. Let's also rotate this a little bit, and then move this down. So now we have these two cats by using the Magic Grab tool. Okay, so there's another quick tip. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the mockup feature in Canva. This might be useful if you want to have your design or photograph on a cup or t-shirt, for example. Let me show you how to do this now. So here we have this photograph of a dog, and let's actually turn this into a mockup for a cup. So let's select this image, and then go to Edit Image, and let's scroll down to where it says Mockups. So you can see we have these popular ones here, and we can click on See All. So we have loads of different types, and these are just the popular ones. But for this, let's choose this cup in the top left. And then we can crop the area here. So let's crop out some of the background, and then hit Apply Changes. So now we can see what this dog will look like on a cup. Let's try another one. So here I have an image of a rabbit, and let's now click on this image, and then go to Edit Image, and again let's go to Mockups. Now let's click on Computers, and there's loads of different ones we can choose here, but for this example, let's choose this computer. And we also have this Smart Crop feature here, so let's press this. It's not always perfect as we're cutting out the legs here, so let's do this ourselves manually. Now let's click on Apply Changes, and here we can see what the rabbit looks like on the computer. Let's do another example. Let's now put this cat on a calendar. So let's say you have a photograph of a pet and you want to see what this looks like on the calendar. You can do this with the mockup feature. So again, let's click on a photo, go to Edit Image, and then go down to Mockups. The calendar is in the print section here, so let's click on See All. Again, there's lots of different ones we can try, but for this example, let's select this calendar here. Again, let's crop this, but this time let's actually flip this horizontally. And now let's hit Apply Changes. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's do one more. Let's actually make a video mockup this time. So I have this picture of a duck. Again, let's click on the image, edit image, and then go down to mockups. So we also have video mockups as well. This will still be an image, but behind it will be a video. Let's choose this one here of this person holding a card. The video mockups may take a moment or two to load though. Okay, let's just make this a bit bigger and play this back to see what this looks like. Okay, great. So we can create lots of different types of mockups. So this might be useful if you want to create a cup, calendar, or see what your images or designs look like with different mockups. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the autofocus tool in Canva. So this allows us to put certain elements out of focus. This allows you to make the image look a bit more three-dimensional or to make it look a bit more cinematic. Let me show you now. So we have this picture of this cat looking at this computer mouse. And for this example, let's put the computer mouse out of focus. So that way our attention will be drawn to the cat and less to the computer mouse. So let's click on the image and then go to edit image. And we can find autofocus in the effects area down here. Let's click on this right arrow button and here it is. With this bottom slider here, we can choose the focus position. For example, you can see here, the cat is now out of focus and the mouse is in focus, which draws our attention to the mouse. For this though, we want to have the cat in focus. So let's move this position slider until this purple color is on the cat, which will be the area in focus. And we can change the blur intensity with this top slider. That's a bit too out of focus, so let's move it to something a bit more realistic. Around here, so you can see the difference when I move the slider. Okay, let's have a look at another example. We have these people here standing in front of a house. To make this image look a bit more cinematic, I want to have the house in the background blurred slightly. So let's click on the photo, go to edit image, and then go down to the effects area here and find autofocus. By default, it seems to select these people here. So if we move the position to the house, the people will be out of focus, and this doesn't look very natural. So let's move this so the people are in focus and the house is out of focus. Again, we can choose the blur intensity with this top slider. That is a bit too much. So let's move it to around here. This now looks a bit more cinematic with the background blurred out slightly. Okay, so that's how you can use the autofocus tool. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the face retouch tool in Canva. This allows you to smoothen out the face. Let me show you how to do this now. So we have this photograph of these faces here, and let's click on this image and then go to edit image. We can find this again in the effects section down here. And here it is, face retouch. So we can smoothen the skin with the slider here. So you can see here we have some of the marks on the face, and when we increase this, they disappear slightly. Okay, let's have a look at another example now. So with this tool, we can clear the skin up slightly. So let's click on this image and then go to edit image. And now under effects, let's find face retouch. So you can see here, we clear up the skin slightly when we move it to the right. This won't fix everything, but it should make the skin look a bit more smooth. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the blur tool in Canva. This might be useful if you need to blur people's faces out in your photo. Let me show you how to do this now. So we have this photograph here. Let's now select this photograph and go to edit image. And then go down to the effects area here and find blur. We can blur the whole image, which is not what we want to do here, or we can select brush here. So let's choose the add blur type here. We can choose the brush size with the slider here, and then we can choose the intensity. If you just want to blur slightly, I recommend having this set quite low. So let's decrease the intensity to around 10. So now the faces should be unrecognizable, but it won't ruin the image. If we have the blur intensity too high, then the image may look a bit strange. So we need to click and drag over the faces like this to blur them. So let's keep these two in focus, and let's blur the rest. Okay, there you go. So now we shouldn't be able to recognize these people, but it's not too obvious that it ruins the photograph. So thanks for watching this quick tip video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Magic Expand tool. So this allows us to expand that image. So here I have this photograph here, and let's actually expand this now. So we could do this by clicking on our image, and then go to edit image, and then go to Magic Expand. So we have a few different options here. We have freeform, whole page, and one-to-one. For this, let's use freeform, and let's actually drag this down here. So hopefully this will make the shirt a bit longer, and will also expand the yellow background. So let's click on Magic Expand now to see our results. Just be aware this may take a few moments to process. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got now. So you can see here the shirt's not perfect, but it's quite good. Let's look at the next one. Again, it's not perfect. And this one as well. And the fourth one. This is probably the best one in my opinion. But the background here, this looks really good. Let's just cancel this. And this time, let's just expand the sides. So again, let's go on Edit Image and go to Magic Expand. We use freeform again. And as I said, we'll just expand the sides. Okay, let's now click Magic Expand again. Things like this check shirt here can be quite difficult to expand, but for backgrounds like this yellow background here, it should do a good job. So let's have a look at this now. As you can see, it's done a really good job. And all of them, apart from the fourth one here, have done a good job. Let's now look at another example. So here we have this landscape. And again, let's click on this and then go to Edit Image and then go to Magic Expand. For this, let's do the whole page. So it should expand to the left and right here. So let's click Magic Expand. So there is quite a lot of different colors and things going on in this image. So let's see what it can do. Okay, let's have a look at this. This first one is really good. You can see that it's not quite perfect, but it is very good. Let's see the next one. You can see the shadow there is a bit too dark. And the third and fourth one, again, it's a little darker on the sides, but it has done a very good job. And let's now have a look at another example. This is of a concert, and we have all these different people in the audience, and these different colors on the side here. So let's see if it can handle this. Again, let's go to Edit Image and go to Magic Expand. It does say down here, images with faces, hands, or transparent backgrounds may not work well when expanding. So we do have some hands here, so let's see if it can handle this. Let's select whole page, where we'll just be expanding on the left and right for this example. Okay, that's pretty good. We do have this vignette effect on the side. Let's have a look at the other ones. That one's not bad, apart from this grey on the side here. Third one, again, that one's pretty good, but we do have this line on the right here. And the fourth one, okay, I think that one's pretty good. It has done a good job. And to be honest, if I saw this image, I probably wouldn't be able to tell this was expanded with AI. Let's have a look at one more example. Let's see if it can handle this. This could be quite difficult because we have the tree and these leaves, but let's see what it can do. So let's click on the image, go to Edit Image and Magic Expand once again. We do have this one-to-one option as well, which will expand this square. But for this, let's choose the whole page again. So let's select whole page and then select Magic Expand. So this tool will probably improve in the future, but this is what we've got here. This first one is not bad, it's okay. The second one actually is pretty good. The third one is quite good as well. And the fourth one is good. We do have this tree on the side here, which may or may not be suitable. Okay, so going through all of these, I think it's done a pretty good job. As I said, it's not perfect right now, but it does do quite a good job. So if you have a simple image and you want to expand it, you can use this tool, which should hopefully be suitable. So thanks for watching this quick video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Grab Text tool. This allows you to grab and change the font of the text. So here we have this design that has this text in this image. So we cannot click or drag this text, it will just move the whole image. However, let me show you how to use the Grab Text tool now. So we need to select the image and then go to Edit Image. And here we can select Grab Text. So we can click to select the text we want to grab, or we can select all text. So for this example, let's select all text. And now let's click Grab. This may take a few moments to process, and here we can grab and move our text around. So we don't have the original text, it has changed it to another font. So let's just click off this text box, so we can change these separately. So let's now double click on this text here, and go up here to the font to change the font. Let's choose another one, let's choose this one here. And let's just move this around. And the other text box up here, let's move this down here. And let's now double click on this to select this text, and let's choose another font. Let's choose this, and let's change the size. Okay, so that's how you can quickly use the Grab Text feature in Canva. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the blend tool in Canva. So this allows us to blend or combine photographs together. And here I have these two photographs. So what I want to do is blend these together and put this bear on this desk. Before we do this though, let's just click and resize this bear to something a bit more suitable. So I think around there. And now what we need to do is select both of the photographs. So we can do this by selecting one of the photographs and then holding down Shift and selecting the other one. Now let's go over to Edit Image, and here we can see Blend. And you can see here it says start by selecting two images. Place one image on top of another in the size and position you want them merged. So that's what we did with the bear here, and now let's select Blend Images. And this may take a few moments to process. So let's have a look at some of these now. Some are not perfect, but I think this one is most suitable. Hopefully in the future, many of these tools in Canva will improve, but for now, I think it's okay. Let's have a look at another example. So for this example, I want to put this plant on this desk here. So let's now click to resize this plant. And let's have it around this size and this position. Let's now hold down Shift and select the other photo, and then go to Edit Image. And now let's select Blend. And again, let's select Blend Images. So this should cut out the background of this plant and change it so it blends these photographs together. Okay, let's have a look at the other ones. And I think the first one or the fourth one is most suitable. Let's choose the fourth one, as I think the colours match these plants behind a bit better. So I do recommend experimenting with this tool, but as I said, it's not perfect, but hopefully this tool will get better over time. Okay, so there's the blend tool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at duotone. This allows us to add a two-tone look to our image. So this might be good for an artistic image, for example. Let me show you how to do this now. So here I have this photograph. Let's click on this now, and then go and edit image. And we can see in the effects area down here, we have duotone. So here we have lots of different presets we can use. Or we can actually create our own. So here we have highlights, shadows, and intensity. So for this example, let's change the highlights to a red color. As we can see, it's getting lost because we have the shadows a similar color. So let's change the shadows to a black color. So something like this looks pretty cool. I do think the intensity is a bit too much, so let's just decrease this to around here. So previously it was like this, and you can see we changed it quite a lot. Let's just change the highlights to another color. Let's choose more of a blue color. So I think something like this can be interesting for an artistic image. Let's have a look at another image here. So let's actually add this duotone effect to this photograph. So let's select the photograph, and then go to Edit Image, and then go to duotone here. Again, we have lots of great presets. But let's actually create our own. For this example, let's change the highlights to more of a yellow color. Let's choose around here, and we can change the shadows color as well. We can also use this eyedropper tool and pick our own color. Let's actually choose a color from one of these presets. So I think this looks quite interesting, but the intensity is a bit too high, so let's just decrease this slightly. Okay, let's have a look at one more example. So again, let's select the image, go to Edit Image, and then go to Duotone. Let's select this dust preset, and let's just adjust this slightly. So we can get some quite interesting combinations. I think this is a bit too extreme for what I want though. So something like this is quite cool. And let's make this color a bit darker to around here. And again, let's drop the intensity slightly. So this one, we have a bit of a vintage feel. Originally it was like this, with very bright colors, and with this duotone, we've made it seem a bit more older vintage style. Okay, so that's the duotone effect, which allows you to get a two-tone look. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at Image Upscaler. So this uses AI to upscale and refine your images. So here we have this older black and white photograph, and let's try and upscale this. So let's select this image, and then go to Edit Image. Now in the Apps section, let's select Image Upscaler. So down here we can upscale the amount, but you can see here we can only upscale by 2 times. That's because it says here our image is already high resolution. So for this we have to leave it on 2 times, but if it's a really old grainy image, you may have more options here. And now let's select Upscale Image, and this process may take a few moments. So we can see here the before and after, and let's now press replace. Okay, let's just zoom in on the face here, and let's just press the back button so we can see the difference. So before it was like this, you can see it's quite grainy, and after a lot smoother. Let's go to the TV area here. So before it was like this, quite grainy, and then after. Let's have a look at another part of the image. Let's see the TV stand here. So before it was quite grainy, and again after. So that's Image Upscaler, and it's a quick way to upscale your image. So thanks for watching this quick tip video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Colorize feature in Canva, which allows us to add vibrant colors to old photos. So here we have this black and white photo, which we looked at in the previous video. And now let's actually add some color to this with the Colorize tool. So let's select this image and go to Edit Image. Now in the Apps section here, we have Colorize. So let's select this. So here it says upload a black and white or grayscale image or select one in your design to colorize. So we have one selected here, but you can upload your own image. So for this, let's select Colorize and Replace. This may take a few moments. Okay, let's just zoom in on this. You can see it's not perfect, but it is quite good. Let's now have a look at another example. So here we have this old grayscale photo. Let's click on this now and go on Edit Image. Now let's go down to where it says Colorize, and then click on Colorize and Replace. This would be nice if we could select some of the colors ourselves, but for now this is what we have. Let's have a look at one more example. So let's select this and go to Colorize and Replace. Again, it's not perfect, but it is pretty cool. We can quickly add color to black and white or old photos. Okay, so that is the Colorize tool. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so now let's have a look at the Pixelify tool in Canva. So using this can give your images a retro feel. Let me show you how to do this now. So here I have this design. So let's select this and go to Edit Image. And we can see Pixelify down here in the Apps area. So here we can choose the pixel scale. So we can choose the amount of pixels here. And this will update in the display here. Let's choose around 20 for this example and press Replace. So decreasing the amount of pixels might be useful for a background or for an abstract design. Let's have a look at another example here. So let's click on this, and here we can set the amount of pixels. So we can have something quite extreme like this. But for this example, let's have around 30. So let's click Replace to see this. So you can see here, it looks like it's downgrading the photo. So we're really reducing the amount of pixels, which can give your image a retro feel. Okay, so that's Pixelify. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.